Alright, so how do I paint skin? So many people you will meet might have different methods of painting skin, but here are the techniques that I like to use, and these are the techniques I will be constantly using in the video that will be next for you guys. So let's say this is the flat tone we have for our skin. Just a flat peach color with a bit of red subsurface going on. Nothing fancy. So I created a red layer, which is just a red color. I made it a black mask. I'll add a paint. Let's enable it again. I like to use a brush called cotton. This is my favorite one because I like, instead of painting like this, which it works good as well, I like to tap on my tablet, which kinda gives me this subsurface effect of veins, and it already feels a bit integrated inside the face. So what I like to do, let's delete this again, add a black mask, add a paint. So I like to use this brush with sometimes 50 of flow or 100 and just tap my pen on my tablet with different intensities depending on the area I'm painting, and it gives me different kind of result. So this is what I use to paint color zones. This is I use to paint most of the things in my face. If you're not a tap guy, like maybe you like to paint or something, this works pretty good for that as well. If not, I've seen many people use dirt too with a flow of 50 and enable your pen pressure for the flow and disable it for the size. So this has worked for many people. This is still something I'm not used to, or this is not my style. So this is more of a thing I use. This is something many people have used and I've seen them use. So you can try this. You can try this and pick the best one that suits you. If another brush suits you better, just go for it. In the end, we just want the final result. So on top of this painting in, let's say this is how I paint it, and this is the red layer we have painted. So I'm not going to use it at 100%. I like to decrease it. That's the wrong one. So let's decrease it somehow here. And in the yellow one, we are going to paint yellow areas. We are going to paint red areas. We are going to paint gray areas in the next one. And you will see where I paint those. So let's give it a black mask. That's the wrong one. Black mask, add a paint. And with my cotton brush, I'm going to do the same thing. Just tap, tap, tap. Decrease my opacity a lot. Create one more red layer. Add a black mask. Add a paint. Do the same thing. Just tap it. And if I decrease my redness and a little bit of my yellow as well, it gives me this subtle transition of yellow and red, which you might see happens or occurring in the skin, like this transition between peachish and reddish, yellow and reddish, giving it a bit orangish look. Another thing I like to do is, sometimes I feel, let's just say this went a bit too saturated. So instead of using a filter, I like to paint in gray. Add a paint. Let's say this went to red as well. Paint in gray and keep the gray really less, and it does make it a bit desaturated instead of having a really orangish tone. So these are the techniques, these are the basic techniques that I like to use over and over again to paint my skin. And in the next video, you're going to see how I combine these to get the whole face done. Hey guys, I would also like to talk about what I did in the very first minute of the next video you're going to see. So what I did, I applied my AO and multiplied it in my diffuse. Also, I used my thickness map to give it a bit of subsurface feeling. So here's what I've done. To multiply an AO, you just create a fill layer, make it black, add a black mask, add a fill, go to your projects and pick in the phase bake AO, and then you will apply a level, invert it, play with the levels till you get something like this. The reason we are doing this is when you go to your base color mode, where we will be mostly staying to paint in our color, it's hard to figure out where your secondary informations are, right? So this gives you a help or guide to see where everything is. It's still flat colored, but it does help us look at it in 3D. Okay, so that's what I did. Another thing that I did after that is, let's say we have a peach tone, not the perfect one, but it works. I added a fill, made it red, added a black mask, add a fill, and use your thickness map right here, apply a level, invert it, and play with it. So this gives you a little bit of subsurface feeling around the thin areas. And that's how you use your thickness map and your AO map to start with your skin texturing. Alright, I hope this helps with the speed up process in the next video, and let's move on.